Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Orbit Potato, and here we check out the latest and the greatest strategy games each and every day of the week. Today, we're checking out Terraformers, which is a Martian city builder, colony sim style game. It's very, very interesting. It's very cool. It's got a whole bunch of terraforming elements, obviously, and we're going to jump into things right about now. I am actually going to be jumping into the tutorial because I think it very explains things very, very well. But I do, before we jump into that, just want to explain how many ways to play this game there actually are. Like, there's a whole bunch of different scenarios, a whole bunch of different sort of expectations, which we'll talk about as we go. It's very, very cool. I kind of dig it. I kind of love it. It's beautiful, it's brilliant, and it is glorious. So, as ever, I'll do my very best to explain what the heck is happening. The tutorial gives us some nice objectives to work to, and that just helps very, very nicely indeed. So, welcome to the Mars colonization project. Earth has sent resources to start the settlement and proposes some leaders to represent you on Mars. Good luck. Thank you. Okay, we get some resources, we get some food, we get some power, we get some water, and we get some titanium, and we go forward with enthusiasm. Okay, so basically, I'll explain this. We have a bar up at the top here. As soon as we hit 300 victory points, we win. We get a victory, which is kind of fun. We also have our support meter over here. The support of your population. When it reaches 0, the Mars colonization project will be deemed a failure. There we go. We start with a city. What is this? Black Patera? Okay, let's have a little look at it. We've got our headquarters here, which gives us 1 population and also gives us 1 support per turn. We're going to be building this city into a proper metropolis. Don't you worry about that. There's also a bunch of unexplored locations which we are going to be going to. Our first order of business is to choose a leader. We get 2 leaders to choose from in this first instance. They've got a couple of perks that are important. I'm not going to talk about them right at this moment in time, but we will get to that in just a second. Okay, we'll have a little look. We'll view our city. We'll check that one off the list. Boom. So, we have some buildings which we can build. Now, the way that this game handles building is very, very cool. I like it a lot. So, if we go into the building mode, you can actually see, what is this? This is a greenhouse farm. Must be built in the city, of course. It's going to cost us 10 water. That is resources from the left menu over here. It produces 1 food per turn. So, very, very simple. We'll get that built. Beautiful. And you'll notice, by the way, that as we progress, the background will change. Like, it's very, very cool indeed. Yeah, so it costs cards to do that. We should try and find resources in order to increase our stockpile. That is good. So, if we zoom out, we can have a little look at the unexplored locations on the map. So, we can utilize one of your 3 powers. We can only see 1 of them at the moment. We can see the explore power. We're going to utilize that to try and explore a location. So, what do we want to do? Well, I think we want to explore. We're being sort of shepherded to explore one of these 2 locations because, well, it's the tutorial, and therefore we're having to explore resource areas that have deposits of resources, large hints of silicates, should I say, and a small hint of water, whereas we've got a large hint of nitrates. I'm interested in water. I think water is probably going to be a little bit more useful, so let's see if we can try and explore up here. So, what we do is we get some resources. Each and every time we explore, we're able to collect samples, so that just adds immediately to our stockpile. In this case, it's 4 silicates, 3 water, happy days. But also, very, very importantly, very importantly indeed, we are able to discover a silicates deposit. So, what do we do? What do we do here? Well, I'll tell you what we do. We can build a mine on top of this. Now, we need to control the location to build on it, which we'll be able to do next turn. Don't worry about it. But we're able to build a mine, and that is going to give us a consistent supply of, in this case, silicates. But in other cases, whatever resource we can dream up, really. So we're gonna end our turn here, which is fine. Happy days. A cycle of the sun, or, well, a cycle of the planet, I guess, not a cycle of the sun. Anyway, each and every turn we have the opportunity to build, or not even build necessarily, but to choose a building which we want to move towards building. In this case, I think we're going to pick the greenhouse farm because, well, I think it's the best one for us. But you know, I might be wrong about that. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to jump on into the city view. And we're going to build the habitation module. Very, very important, this, because it gives us extra population. It also gives us support per turn, which is kind of a nice little bonus, but that is fine. So I am going to build the habitation module. Boom, happy days. And look at that. Look at that. The background changes. You love to see it. It's very, very cool indeed. Anyway, the important thing about increasing the size of the city, and we can do it, by the way, with population or robots. It doesn't have to be people necessarily. It just has to be population. We can expand the reach of this city. And if we want to do that up to here, which is what I absolutely very much want to do, then we can expand to here and we can build the mine. Boom. And that is represented on the map with a little building. And you'll note, by the way, if we check our left menu over here, or our stockpile, we are actually gaining silicates per turn. Happy days. Brilliant. This is glorious, glorious, glorious news. So, we are going to go to the next turn, but I really do want to keep up my pace of exploration. Small hint of water, small hint of silicates, small hint of silicates. Remember, we get resources whenever we significant scientific interest. I am interested in significant scientific interest, but I think I'm interested, honestly, in finding ways that I can just get resources. So we're going to explore here, then we're probably going to explore here. Excellent. Okay, a few nitrates, but yep, what I'm really looking for is the opportunity to build something when we're able to level up our population and expand the city a little bit. So that is pretty darn good. Okay, let us progress. So what do we need? Well, a habitation module is obviously hugely beneficial because it allows us to get that mine. We've got a tuber farm, which actually only costs us 10 nitrates, and I think, you know, maybe in the short term, this might actually be more beneficial because it allows us to get additional food. Additional food allows us to build, you know, stuff like the habitation module much quicker. So getting a tuber farm would be pretty good. A tritium thermogenerator costs 9 tritium, which is a resource that we do not have any way of getting at the moment. Produces power, adjacent population, provides -1 support. Okay, I think it's a tuber farm pretty simply. We've still got this greenhouse farm to build, which is definitely something that I'm very interested in doing. But it's not something that I necessarily need to do right now. Yeah, can't research any more research projects this turn. That is noteworthy. Let's have a little look at your other abilities, because this is actually kind of handy. If we don't want to explore on this specific turn, which costs electricity, by the way, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory, but just in case you didn't spot that, we could use industrial lobbying. Gains 1 water, titanium, tritium, nitrates, and silicates, which is nice. Or we can get an interclass dialogue center, which gives us 3 support per turn, but it must be built in a city. Now, that is worthwhile because, you know, support is necessary in order to play the game, but it also builds up towards our win condition. Either way, I think we still get far and away the most value out of exploring. So that's what I'm going to be doing pretty much for the foreseeable future. We've got all of the, you know, let's go for the nearby stuff. 2 silicates, 3 nitrates. Nothing here, literally nothing, but it does lead to an area with large hints of silicates, so that's good. We probably want to be trying to get the water deposits. If we're able to sort out water deposits, then we're going to be able to get the greenhouse farm a little bit earlier. Oh, look at this. Earth has established a permanent trade route with us. That is great news. We'll talk about that in just a second. I would love a laboratory. So it works very, very simply. We build it in a city. Costs 5 nitrates, 5 silicates, and we get 1 science per turn. Science is a resource here. It is not to do with our research, believe it or not. It's got nothing to do with that. It's a resource which we can use completely independently. But the good news is if we go in here, we can actually see. We don't need to necessarily do it from here. We can do it from here if we want to. We have the opportunity to spend a resource in order to gain a resource. So, I mean, we need water, for example. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to import water, and I'm going to export. Let's export food. Sure. Okay, so each and every turn, we're going to lose 1 food, and we're going to gain 1 water. Very, very simple. That is indicated by those little arrows there. Happy, happy days. So we need to hit this next milestone of 10 water. Let's see if we can try and explore water locations. Sure, let's go here. 2 water, 23 support. That's nice. You know, don't get me wrong. That is what we are after. That is absolutely... That's the big win right there. I will pick up a habitation module, but I'm not going to pick it up quite yet. I'm going to pick up the robot hub, actually. 6 power, basically nothing. We've got 41 at the moment, but we don't have a way to replenish it. Not yet, anyway. And 6 titanium. That's going to be a little bit more challenging to get, but that's okay. I also need to go in here, and we need to build the laboratory, which I should have built last turn. It's not going to make a tremendous difference, but it's fine. Let's build it there. Give ourselves an income of something else. Give ourselves an income of something else. Very important to do. Science per turn. And actually, that's maybe the resource that we want to trade. Let's maybe trade science instead of yeah, let's maybe, so import water, export science. There we go. That's perfect. I'm happier with that, I will say, because we don't actually need science for anything at the moment, and to be fair, we've got significant scientific interest and scientific interest over there, which is good. It's a good little combo. Now, if we're lucky, this large hint of water is going to be beautiful, and we're going to be able to get enough water. I think that's enough water to get our farm, and also 10 food. Hey, that's great news. That builds towards very, very nicely the habitation module. Let's nab ourselves habitation, the thingy over here. Grab ourselves the greenhouse farm over there. Tuber farm, we need 10 nitrates to get that. And is there a big nitrate area somewhere? No. No, there is not. But there is, you know, the opportunity to get nitrates here if we're able to get ourselves a little bit more titanium. In fact, let's stop importing water and let's start importing titanium. Because in 2 turns, we'll be able to get the robot hub and we will be in a very, very nice place indeed. In fact, I say 2 turns, we'll be able to get it right now. Ooh, this is nice too. To help with our exploration efforts, Earth has delivered an array of exploration satellites to Martian orbit. Costs 8 science, 8 silicates. That's fine. We will deal with that. Okay, what else do we want to get? Entertainment center, adjacent population provides 3 support per turn. I'm not overly bothered about that. I think we want to get the greenhouse. Honestly, I think that just building up food is important. Right, so what we can choose to do, we can choose to explore any given location with satellites. The satellites does have a 3-turn cooldown, but it's actually like really pretty darn decent. Let's take this area over here. 5 titanium, 3 water. That's pretty much perfect for us, to be honest. The satellite button has disappeared. It will be back in 3 turns. It doesn't cost us to use, but it does cost us to build more capacity for that. Right, I think we're going to jump into here, immediately build ourselves a robo hub. Boom. Now, the interesting thing about robots is that they don't provide support. So that's fine, but it does allow us to expand the city in any given direction. I say any given direction. I only really want one direction. I want to get to this nitrates deposit, and I'd like to build a mine, which we can do immediately. That's great. I'm not going to be rushed into exploring or expanding in another direction. I think we'll sort of just leave that there for now. But that's fine. Right, do I want to explore? I think I do want to explore. Let's explore over here. Gain 2 science. That's a nice little boost. Not very much else, but we did discover some more options. That's cool. Okay, I want to head up here. That seems good. There's a mineral cave. Look at there's so many options. There's so many options. We'll talk about them. We'll talk about them in a little bit. Am I okay with what I'm trading at the moment? I think I am. I think I'm okay with it. We'll strive to meet them. -5 support income each and every turn. So yeah, that is noteworthy, and we will get to that in just a sec. I would like to get a habitation module, probably. These are all really good, actually. I'll take the habitation module. Right, so yeah, we've got a bar over here. This bar represents the chance that your people's expectations will rise in the next turn. The further it is to the right, the higher the chance. Yeah, so basically, we don't exactly want to see that happening. We need to make sure that we are always continually trying to increase our support, and if we get ourselves another habitation module, that will go some of the way to addressing that at some point. Alternatively, Interclass Dialogue Center. It's free, and it gives us +3 support per turn, and that would actually, that would get us back to where we need to be. But that's fine. Do we maybe want to do that, actually? I really like exploring. I really value it very, very highly. Let's maybe explore down here. Yeah, because that's going to give us some support, some nitrates and some titanium. So we can kind of, we can kind of deal with the cost of having negative support for a little bit longer. Right, a soil factory. Costs nitrates. Adjacent food production buildings produce 1 food per turn. Hey, that's fantastic. That's really, really good. And I'll tell you why that's really, really good. We've got a route map to getting more nitrate, so it's just a matter of time. But also, how's our food production looking here? Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. So what we can do is, if I'm able to get a little bit of extra water, let's, instead of buying titanium, let's buy a little bit of extra water. Sure, we'll try and explore somewhere where the water is. Small hint of water. Any large hints of water anywhere? No. But that's okay. Let's explore here. 3 water. Okay, that's good. 10 food. Love to see it. That's great. That's really, really nice. We will expand, but we're not going to expand quite yet. Okay. Let's keep holding this. Let's keep holding this. I think next turn is going to be a really, really big one for us. I think we're going to be able to achieve a lot of stuff. Right, another lab, a roboport, or a habitation module. I'm going to take another habitation module because I'm about to absolutely expand the way in which I'm able to get food. We also need to be looking for nitrates. Nitrates. Small hint of nitrates. That's definitely worthwhile. Lava tube. We can build a city. We can build a brand new city here, by the way. But we're a little bit of ways away from doing that quite yet. Let's satellites over here, support and nitrates. That's kind of good. Lava tube, that's another area that we can found a city. We're going to be founding a city. Don't you worry about that, video game, but we're not going to be doing it quite yet. I really want to get a little bit more bang for my buck, so to speak. Right, anyway, let's jump into here. What we're going to do is we're going to build a tuber farm. Yeah, we're going to expand into this area. It costs us 3 resources to do so. We're going to build a tuber farm. We're going to build a tuber farm right here. Actually, tell you what, I lied. I'm going to build it right here. I know that we just built it, but whatever the case, it's actually fine. I'm also going to take this opportunity to move... I'm going to move this greenhouse over to here, but we're not going to do it quite yet because the soil factory is going literally right in the middle there. We just need 22 nitrates in order to meet that. So let's get one more turn of exploring. Maybe that's going to get us enough water actually to get another greenhouse. We are kind of like limited by where we can build stuff. So you'll see, obviously, based on the design of the city, there are better locations to build buildings like the soil factory, which impact other buildings around. And we just need to be mindful of that. Anyway, let's keep on exploring. Our happiness is still, yeah, not great. Let's get that in place there. That's good. We can actually build I think it's called a museum. I think it's called a museum, which we can build right in the middle there. We can maybe get some support bonuses, which is kind of nice. But we're also looking to found a brand new city, and a city can be founded in any of the spots that has got a little marker over there. And bear in mind that we're going to be expanding in such a way that, you know, we need to bear in mind there are benefits and downsides to expanding a city or building a city in any given location. In order to expand the city or in order to build the city, we have to discover all adjacent locations. We also have to have a bunch of food. And let me tell you, we're a little bit a ways away from that at the moment. Let's expand. Let's build this here, actually. That's totally fine. Then we can just move this greenhouse somewhere else at some point in the future if we need to. There's no real sweat to deal with this right about now. We're all good. We're keeping, you know, this habitation module probably probably back to building our new city, and we need to bear in mind where we're going to expand this city twice too. But that's okay. Right, anything decent. Magnetic fusion plant. That's pretty good. Brine electrolyzer. +2 support per turn for every building owned by this city that costs water. Okay, I mean, I don't really love any of these, but I guess I'll get the magnetic fusion plant, which is not going to be very useful at all for a while, but that's okay. Right, I do need to found a city. I'm not particularly bothered with regards to the time frame. We can kind of take it easy on that one. Let's look for some more explore locations. What about down here? Small hint of power. Good. 27 support. That's really, really nice. It's a lava tube. Okay, I mean, that's not exactly great, but it is what it is. We're looking for another mine. Ideally, we need to try and get there or there. If we can get a mine, if we can get a mine up and running, that would be great. I've got loads and loads of silicates, by the way, so let's start exporting silicates instead. And we're going to be able to increase the number of trade routes that we have kind of rapidly here. Right. Don't want to do anything. Can't really do anything at the moment. Let's go to the next turn. Sure. Right. Election year marks the beginning of a new term, and it's time to choose a new leader. So this is probably the first time where we need to get... You're retiring, so we can't choose you again anyway. We need to choose you. Increases your science production by 1 for every 6 robots you construct. Generates 5 power. That's literally an ability that's going to give us 5 power. 2 more projects are proposed this turn. Gain +3 science. That's pretty good too, I guess. You've got a construction expert. Constructing regional buildings costs 15% less resources. Not really built any regional buildings yet. We'll talk about that in a second. Receive 2 modular apartment projects. Okay. Destroy 2 rocks for free this turn. I think we're going to pick you because rocks and rock removal in a new city, very, very important. Right. Robot hub, laboratory, or eco homes. Eco homes are not bad. Eco homes are not bad at all. Yeah, I mean, we're kind of close. We're a bit closer to robot hubs. That's fine. Right. I do want to remove rocks, and that is kind of nice. We could remove those 2 rocks for free, but I think I really value the exploration. Silicates. There's a silicates deposit there. That is great. We got to expand to it. Let's go. And let's go. It's going to result in a little bit of a penalty because it is so far away, but I don't think that we can really deal with that. Like, that is just kind of what it is. Anyway, we're still in negative support per turn. Ideally, we could find something to perk that up a little bit. That would be really, really good, but we're not quite there yet. I do need to look towards founding a new city, but I don't think that we've explored enough for me to be really sort of confident about where we do that. A new city here would be kind of good, you know, an aquifer, extract water for oceans. Ooh, terraforming, very interesting indeed. Or more importantly, the mine, probably, it's good, but I just don't sort of rate any of the locations for cities quite yet. Ooh, resource support. To increase their prestige, 3 big corporations are offering to set up a trade route and supply a city of your choice with valuable resources. The tritium is almost there, actually, so, like, we could definitely deal with that. What do I care about here? Greenhouse farm, we've probably got enough food production, and we're going to get more as soon as the soil gets there. Waste incinerator. Adjacent population provides -1 support. +1 power per turn if at least 3 food is manufactured in the city. That's a pretty good way to get cash. The entertainment center is also pretty good. I think we're going to take... I think we're going to take the entertainment center. I think I'm going to take the entertainment center because I would like to get rid of this negative support. But we're going to keep exploring. We're going to keep looking for brand new city founding locations. Nice. I'll take that. That's a pretty ideal city location for us, to be honest. That's really, really good. It's going to be a little bit uncomfortable, and we're going to need a lot of resources to make it happen, but I think we can absolutely do it. Okay, let's import water. Let's import water. Not water. Stop importing water. Start importing titanium. We are going to be able to get titanium. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm very, very excited for that. we will get there. Let's also jump into here and see where we can build our happiness machine. Let's do it right here. Brilliant. We've now properly got some adjacent happiness. If I explore... Not enough power to explore up there. Yeah, this is where we're going to start running into some power issues. Power is primarily used for exploring, so that's, you know, a problem. But we do have a way to make power, and that is the magnetic fusion plant. So we could always build a city here and then just fill it with robots. Maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe that's exactly what we'll do. In fact, that seems like a pretty darn great idea, actually. So let's jump back into here. Let's use the rocks. The rock clearance, and we'll clear that up. That's good. We can relocate you, right? We can relocate you, but there is going to be a penalty to do that. Yeah, because the logistics of support, it'll generate -10 support per turn during the relocation process. It's going to take 2 turns as well. I think I'll just eat it, to be honest. It's going to take 2 turns. The happiness penalty is something that I can stomach, so we'll just go for it. Right. We're going to found a brand new city here. As soon as I have the ability to deal with it, let's also get... Oh, yeah, what did I want? I did want that tritium for that. But also the soil factory and the nitrates is really, really good, and I feel like the sooner that we get that, the better I will feel. I think we're going to take tritium just because there is less of a roadmap to getting tritium. We've got, obviously, this mine right here, which is nice, and there's a couple of different ways that we can boost production there, but we don't have any sort of way to get tritium in any meaningful quantities at this moment in time, so that's fine. Silicates, we're making like a tremendously large amount of silicates. I mean, why are we getting so much silicates? Do we want to do something else? I mean, not really. No, you know what? I'm fine. I'm fine with this. It's okay. We're in an okay position. Lab, development center. You can research 1 extra project every turn. That's pretty good. Road paver provides +3 expansions. Hey, that's great. That's really, really good. I think I'll take a lab, to be honest. I think I'll take a lab. We can actually build it like right now. I don't think I want to, but we can. Right. I need to wait for satellites to get back up online in order to uncover this area. That is very, very important for me. If we're able to do that, that's great. And I'd rather not start buying up electricity, but we can do it. We can do it if we need to. You're relocating for another turn. That's fine. We still have the option to build another habitat over here, which is what I could do. Also, alternatively, we could move this over here, couldn't we? Yeah, because that would give me an extra little happiness boost. Yeah, sure, why not? It's going to give us a tremendous negative penalty, but look, we would have to do this anyway, like, regardless, so we'll just sort of deal with it, I guess. Yeah, trade routes are fine at the moment. I think we're okay with it. We're okay with everything. Yeah, let's just suck it up. Let's suck it up and deal with it. Rocks, modular apartments, sure, I'll receive modular apartments. That's fine. There's no, like, there's no downside to... you know, to not using an ability. That makes me very, very happy. What do we got here? Marcia, housing, fully protected from radiation. Well, we don't have radiation yet. Load balancing station, +1 power per city for every 3 mines owned. Hey, that's actually perfect because we own 3 mines in this city, and we can build it right now, and we've got like a plentiful abundance of silicates. So yeah, heck yeah, let's do that. That is brilliant. Okay, that gives us at least a little bit of power, production, which is really, really nice. Very, very happy with that. Let's continue to save up. Let's continue to save up our nitrates. I really do want to get this new city built. It's gonna be very sad, but it's gonna be very, very good. It's gonna cost me 6 power to explore up to there. That's such a large amount of power, but I guess that is what it is. Titanium, you know what? Let's scroll that off, scroll that in. Import a little bit more titanium so that we can guarantee this next turn, because I really don't want to deal with this. Can I remove rocks? Yeah, I need to settle the city before I remove rocks. Okay, little bit of a wasted opportunity there, but that's fine. Okay, terraforming initiation. This is where we start to go crazy. We get a CO2 factory. It gives us atmosphere. It gives us heat. We also have access to a brand new interface down the side of the screen here. Let me not worry about that at this moment in time. We can pick it later if we want to. Although, robotized factory. Let's take that, actually, because we're going to build a robot area over here. Let's also set that up there. Brilliant. Science, water, titanium. That's cool, too. Large meteorites. Well, we'll get to building that in just a sec. Speaking of building in just a sec, we're going to be able to build that food place literally next turn, which is fantastic. Really, really good. Let's talk about this interface down here. So, we have got now measurements for temperature, oxygen, ocean level, and also atmosphere. All of these things we are going to be improving over the course of the next wee while. Food, we're going to get enough food next turn. I think we're on course, you know? I think we're on course just to get everything that we need to get. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that we really need to do necessarily right now. I could always explore. Sure, let's explore. Let's get some titanium, get some science. Hey, look at that. 10 food. That means that we can actually found the city right now. Bear in mind, you know, let's call this one Potatoville. There we go. Let's make it orange in my honor. Yeah, this is a very, very miserable place. This is a very, very, very miserable place. And it's not a nice place to be. And I get that. Like, it's not a very nice place. So my population are probably not exactly going to be, yeah, the comfort of living is a little bit negative here. They're not going to love this. Adjacent population provides +4 support. Yeah, let's try and keep this alive for now. We do have the ability to build stuff, but we're not going to be able to build stuff until we get rocks, until we get the rocks removed. And I'd be cautious at removing any rocks because I really want to get my value from this. Drag and drop one to the trash to sell it for science. I don't really want to do that, to be honest, video game. I want to build stuff. Okay, you know what? I'll build a lab here. If you're gonna force my hand, I'll build a lab there, but it does set us back in terms of nitrates. Haven't been offered any regional build projects yet. Oh, he says, a landing pad. This is exactly what I wanted to build. This is exactly what I wanted. So, these are red, and they're great. They're really, really good. They need to be built on a planetary location, which is absolutely fine. And we just happen to have one that is right here. Look at that. Brilliant. I'm gonna build it right there. It gives us an extra trade route. Look at that. Look at that. Let's trade away more of these, and let's import titanium, I guess? Sure. Import titanium, import power. I think that's fine. Right, let's go to Potatoville and have a little look at what we've got going on here. I am absolutely going to utilize my free rock smashing abilities. We're going to smash up you, and we're also going to smash up you. That's cool. I'm not going to revert. I'm going to double down. Let's get ourselves a robot hub when we can. But for now, I'm going to get this over here. It doesn't really matter where we do it. That's fine. And then the robot hub is going to go next door. Again, not like it particularly matters. CO2, magnetic fusion. Let's actually swap this. Yeah, I think I would value a little bit more. Power titanium. Ooh. Composting facility. +1 nitrates per turn for every 3 population in this city. I mean, that's great, and I really need nitrates right now. Public baths +5 support. Get that in there. Brilliant. Okay, it's going to get us a secondary nitrate production over there, so that's good. That's definitely worthwhile. I'm happy with that. What else do I need to do in here? Oh, yeah, we need to get the... Did it cost power? Did it flipping cost power? I bet you it flipping cost power. That's fine, though. Can I get more power anyway? It's not a huge problem that I can't. We do have the ability to build a magnetic fusion plant next turn, which is good. Silicates change per turn, +2. That's fine. Okay, I need to get the CO2 factory down as well. We just have a lot of power that we need. Oh, there we go. I knew there was a way that I could get extra power. So let's get the robot facility down. That's real nice. That allows me to expand. We're immediately going to expand down here to the mineral cave. A mineral mine is exactly what I want to build. We're going to need to get... What do we need? We get 2 titanium. We get 2 titanium. That's cool. We could add a dike. I don't particularly want to do that at the moment. I think I just want to save up for the titanium mine. We're going to need 8 power. We're going to need 8 titanium. I realize that's a little bit of a ways away, but that's okay. I can explore. The interesting thing is that the leader exploration costs are led from the nearest city, which is quite nice. Ooh, tell you what, if I go here, excellent. That's going to get us the resources that we need in order to build this. Beautiful. Okay, adjacent population is -2, but that's okay. This is going to be Robotville. That gets us like actually a legitimately large amount of power, which means that we can stop faffing around with small boring stuff and start working on big powerful stuff. Let's actually go. I'm not going to expand to here yet, but I will next turn for sure. Can I stop buying power in, or do I need to continue to buy power? I need to continue to buy power, but I also need to continue to buy titanium. But we're going to get a titanium mine, and that titanium mine is going to give us a whole bunch of stuff each and every turn. So this is kind of useful because we're going to start the process of bioengineering, which is very, very nice indeed. Now, we can choose specifically what type of bacteria we're going to start to spread. So we can either choose this bacteria, which gives us heat per turn, or we can choose this, which gives us atmosphere and oxygen per turn. Now, technically, there is a correct choice. Also, another landing pad. Ooh, that is so tempting. Robot hub also pretty good. University is nice too. I'm going to take the landing pad. And hopefully we're going to be able to build it somewhere. Just realizing now that I don't actually have anywhere specifically catered for it yet, but that's okay. That's fine. I'm sure we'll be able to find something. I need titanium if it's all possible, please, video game, because I would really, really, really like to get this built this turn. Anything with power and titanium in store would be good. Small hint. And I can explore to here. 2 titanium. 2 titanium. That's good. And then we'll use satellites. Nothing to give us power, I don't think. But more titanium over here, which is what I'll do. That's good. That's good. Okay, well that's got us there in terms of titanium. That's fine. That's fine. I would like to increase my population in this city, and I'm gonna do that. Gonna do it. I'm gonna do it soon. Let's choose. I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? I'll choose you. Sure. Right, Earth just sent us our first life form. Life forms can provide a wide variety of benefits, and we are definitely going to be building them. We do need to build, or we do need to expand to a location in order to build on it, which I am not going to be able to do quite yet. We can also have a little look at our specific type of bacteria, and we'll get to choose where to expand it and where to spread it, which I'm looking forward to. Yeah, I don't think that really bothers me. We do definitely need like more regional building slots, which is what we kind of need to work towards. An oxygen factory, that's going to be handy. I think I'll take that actually. I'll take that. I'll take that for sure. Now, let's get this titanium mine built. That's beautiful. Kind of wipes me out for power, but it does give us like a significant boost of titanium, which is really, really nice. I am happy with that. Very, very happy with that. That's incredible. What else? I would like 30 food. I'd also like to get some additional nitrates. I mean, honestly, the ability to get nitrates would be super handy right now. I don't think I'm going to be able to explore anywhere. So I think we maybe just want to do rock destruction. There we go. Yeah, that seems like a pretty good call. Not interested in expanding quite yet. Large meteorite, I do want to Harvest its resources. I do really want to do that. And I can do it. I can do it next turn. Ooh, windmills. Extra power. That's nice. Public baths. Don't really care about. Robot hub. Also not really that bothered about. I guess I'll take the robot hub. That's fine. Okay, let's expand up here. Let's harvest these resources. It's going to cost me... It's going to cost me a little bit, but I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it. And then we can actually get something built here. Now, what do we want to build? We can build a landing pad, which I have half a mind to do, if I'm honest. I would kind of value that a lot. But I think I really want to get this bacteria spreader out. I really, really do. Because it's going to allow us to interact with the game in a very interesting way. We can choose to spread the bacteria. We can choose to spread this specific bacteria, and we can choose where to spread it. So different regions have got different requirements. We've built it quite far up there. As you can see, depending on like the heat of the region, so this climate zone is too cold, we're going to have to send it over here. Plus 20 support and plus 2 support income. And as you can see, we have started introducing the bacteria to the world, which is very, very nice indeed. And it's just a matter of time before we're able to get that done. Do I need to do any rock removal? I do. Remove that, remove that. We're probably going to need to get rid of this at some point. But we can worry about that next turn. That's fine. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. The temperature increased by one measly degree or whatever it is. Ah, I enjoyed your company. I enjoyed your company, mister. You were good. What do you do? Increases your power production by 1 for every 4 power you start producing. That's probably a little bit deceptive because we're not going to start producing much power. Construct a drone hub for free. Plus 1 robot. That's pretty decent. What about Henry over here? Plus 3 import earth from CO2. Plus 3 atmosphere. Plus 3 heat. And plus 5 support. You also can't explore though. Explore a location. Collect 1 resources of every resource. Oh. You absolutely can. Are you just not way better? Choose a mine. It immediately produces plus 5 heat and plus 5 atmosphere. Can only be done once per mine. Constructing mines cost... Okay, you're just like straight up way better, right? Because you're all in on global warming. CO2 factory, I am very interested in actually putting this to the test. But we've already got one, so there's no reason to get a second one. Research center. Costs 14 science. 2 extra projects will be proposed every turn. I'm going to take that. I think that's probably got a real world, like real use implication. I also think that I would like to get this. Yeah, don't worry about it. I'd like to get this. I think we're going to get ourselves the last habitation module. It's not in a great place. I get that. Oh, look at how developed this city looks. It looks so good. But it's fine. Means that we can expand. We're going to expand over here. We're going to get this trade route. Oops. We're going to get this down right over here. That gets us an extra trade route. That's very, very nice indeed. What do I want to start exploring? I'm continuing to export silicates. I think I'm happy to continue doing that, to be honest. Maybe we import more power. Export more silicates. Sure. We don't need silicates for anything. We really don't. Not at all. I'd love to get this water sort of fixed. That's pretty good. Let's also choose to explore over here. Sure. Plus 21 support, plus 4 water. That's very, very nice indeed. Explore location, collect 1 resources of every resource hint. Okay, so that's, I guess, a little bit of bonus water, a little bit of bonus, what was that, titanium, I think it was. So that doesn't work out too poorly at all. Do I want to work on getting this mine? I do. I just need to expand, and in order to expand, we're going to need a little bit more power. I'm importing power. I'm importing as much power as I possibly can. Let's see if we can explore with satellites as well. What's the next milestone? Oxygen factory? I guess the oxygen factory is probably worthwhile, so we'll look for some water hints. Ooh, small hint of heat, small hint of atmosphere. Plus 2 heat, plus 2 atmosphere, plus water. That's kind of nice. Nice little progression. That's good. Okay, I don't think there's anything else that we're particularly bothered about. Rising expectations. We knew it was going to happen, but we still have got the support, which is great. Photovoltaic field gives us some power. Yeah, that's okay. Cultured meat lab. Yeah, I think a habitation module really is probably the best choice for us here. Doesn't feel great, but I guess it's okay. Right, let's get ourselves a robot hub in here, and this is also going to synergize very, very nicely with the science building. Yeah, that's going to increase our science building by 1, which is good. Let's get you moved over to here. I don't think that we've got the power for a mine yet. That's darn frustrating, if I do indeed say so myself. I've got 2 power. Can I explore anywhere? I can explore to 1 place. I guess we'll do that then. Plus 3 silicates. Hardly worthwhile, but does allow us to potentially look at doing something on this plateau at some point in the future. So that's kind of nice. Ooh, import tritium from Mercury. I mean, I'm interested. In fact, I think I'm very interested. It's a space project. Look at that. It is a space project. So what we can do is we can allocate resources to the space project, and once we fulfill it, we're able to get tritium, which is very, very nice indeed. I do need more power though. I do need more power. Like, I am shockingly low on power. We'll get that. It's going to get us some more water. That's pretty good. Flat plains. I do want to expand. I really do want to expand, but there's no point in expanding because it's not going to get me anywhere. Right. Let's stop exporting silicates and... Hold on. Clear everything. Import titanium over here. And that deals with everything. To be fair, that's probably okay. Yeah, I'm not actually in need of anything else urgently at this moment in time. I do still want to explore, alternatively gain 3 atmosphere, 3 heat, and 5 support, or we can choose a mine. I think I'll do... Sure, we'll do that mine. Plus 5 atmosphere, plus 5 heat, minus 25 support. That's a price that I'm perfectly willing to bear. That really is. Right, what do we got? A school, adjacent population provides plus 2 support, an oxygen factory, or a research center. I mean, I've already got a research center. Do I maybe just scrap this one? Don't research more science projects this turn? Sure, let's do that. There really doesn't seem to be much point. I am going to build a research center, though. I am going to build a research center. Let's get it built over here. Sure. That's kind of nice. Nice little bonus for us. We're gaining all of our resources at a very, very decent pace. The exception, of course, is power. The exception is power, and without power, we're not able to expand as quickly as I would like. We'll nab the water resource over here. It's not a lot of water. Silicates is a nice little bonus, but that's fine. Yeah, the water will lead to an oxygen factory. We need 5 additional water in order to get there. Let's spend... Ah, sure, that's not too bad. Let's wait until next turn, and then we can get our oxygen factory. It's kind of nice. Ooh, lots and lots of choices now. Insect farm. Also, we've got almost to the amount of nitrates that we need in order to build that food, the bumper food thing. Luxury workshop. Exploration satellites. I really want to get more exploration satellites. Adjacent power buildings produce plus 1 power per turn. That's maybe useful, but we only have 1 power production building at the moment, and so it's kind of pointless. I think we're going to take space satellites because we can actually very, very easily do that. Let's build the oxygen factory. Let's get it built. Nice. That's looking and feeling quite good. If I'm able to do an area that gives us nitrates this turn, by the way, explore an area that gives us nitrates this turn, which I can. Boom. 3 nitrates. That is beautiful. Then we can head into here, and we can actually just straight up ditch this building because now I don't need it. But we'll ditch the greenhouse farm. we'll nab ourselves. Oh, we did have a space over there. That's fine. Whatever. Look, we're going to get double our food anyway, so it doesn't matter. And we would only be, you know, sitting on +7 food as opposed to +6 here. That's fine. That's a cost that I'm willing to bear. That sacrifice is fine with me. We've already used a skill this turn, so nothing to worry about on that front. That's good. What do I need here? 10 power? I think I'm absolutely immediately going to click power. A storm has damaged some structures here. It's the silicates mine. It's going to cost 2 power and 2 titanium to build. Or to repair, even. Yeah, we can do that. I'm not overly bothered about it. Let's start exporting power to the Mercury project. And we'll start exporting to the next project as soon as we possibly can, too. So far, it's all good. It's all good. Guided tours? Oh, we can actually build something here. +5 support per turn. That's nice. You don't need to own this location to perform this action. Drop nukes? Costs 3 tritium, gives us... I mean... I am life, maker of worlds. Excellent. Well, that probably did something positive for the environment. Probably a little bit radiated now, though, but that's fine. I'm not overly concerned. I'm not overly concerned about this little tiny, you know, detail here. I would love to get a CO2 factory down. I'd love to get the titanium to do that. So let's see if we can try and make it happen this turn. Excellent, beautiful, very, very happy. Let's jump back into Potatoville and let's get that CO2 factory down. That's good. Nobody's living here anyway, so it doesn't particularly matter. People are very, very unhappy, though. I get it. I get it. You know, people are unhappy. That's fine. Maybe I could explore over here and get ourselves something. Yeah, but I don't particularly need to. What do I want to choose here? Planetary engineering. It's going to cost a whole bunch of silicates to make it happen, but we've got plenty of silicates, actually. Homesteads. CO2 factory, development center, Android hub. Provides 3 robots. I'll take that, actually. That's perfect, because we build that in Potatoville, and suddenly we get... What is it? Another... I think it's another science, isn't it? Yeah, another science. Windmills would be good. Bacteria spreader, also good. But we don't have the... We just don't have the space for them, to be honest, at the moment. We don't have the space for them. Although, that being said, we're about to level up. We're about to level up here if I build a habitation module, which I can do. And in fact, that works out quite nicely. Let's do that. Let's build that there. Let's build that there. Let's expand to large titanium deposit. I would love to get to that large titanium deposit. However, there's about a 0% chance that happens. Right, we'll do that. Let's nab ourselves the windmills. And we can immediately build the windmills right over here, which is great. Let's continue to explore. We'll explore over there. 29 support, a whole bunch of stuff. Excellent. Happy days. We are building as much of this project as we can realistically afford to each and every turn. Let's pick on this mine, and boom. Plus 100 support, plus 1 climate in all climate zones. That's really, really nice because we leveled up our heat. That's very, very cool, in fact. In fact, it's the opposite. It's very, very hot. So we did take a little bit of a support hit from that. We took a little bit of a support hit because it's yeah, minus 25 resorts. Minus 25 support per resource it mines. But the cost-benefit analysis is definitely positive. I would really like to get this repaired, but I can't quite yet. But I will hopefully next turn. Okay, what do we want to do? We can get some more bacteria here in order to change things around. Let's do Tundra Forest. Ah, that's a shame. Magnetic fusion plant. That's really important. I can't believe that we're going to need to spend tritium in order to repair that. That does suck a little bit, but that is kind of what it is. Anyway, I actually think, ladies and gents, we're probably going to wrap up at right about now at this juncture. We didn't get a space project completed, although I don't think it really matters that much. On the whole, this is looking very, very good. I like this. I love Terraformers. Any excuse to play this game, and I will absolutely take it. It is it is a great game. It is a great game. I would thoroughly recommend that you check it out. It's just launched, literally, as we speak, right at this very moment in time. So please do feel free. Check it out. Linked at the description down below. Thank you ever so much for watching, folks. Check out the Patreon if you're interested in helping make videos like this possible. But for now, and from me, I'll see you next time. Bye.